So hi children, in the previous video we discussed about that the first method, that is method of substitution. We used that method to find the values in that linear equation in two variables. Now here the second method, in this video we are going to discuss about that second method, that is method of elimination. Method of elimination by equating the coefficients. By equating the coefficients. So this is that second method, no? So here I am going to take that again same examples already I told you, no? So here 3x minus 5y is equals to minus 1. Next one is x minus y is equals to minus 1. Why madam here again you taken the same example? Means in this method if you simplify the same equations in this method you will get the same result or not. Okay, to prove that one only I taken here again same example. So let us say that method of elimination. Elimination means already you know that termination, right? So here how to use this method here, ma'am? So what they are saying, method of elimination by equating the coefficients. What is that? Equating the coefficients, which means we have to make that coefficient should be same. Okay, here just observe that given equations. Here x before x coefficient is 3, here x coefficient is 1. Here y coefficient is minus 5, here y coefficient is minus 1. So we have to equate that coefficients of that given equation. Just first one only, that is better to take that either x coefficient or y coefficient. Any one of the coefficient only we can change that one as, or we can equate that. Any one of that coefficient, either that is x coefficient or y coefficient. So here what are the given equations? 3x minus 5y is equal to minus 1. That is the first equation, and the second one is x minus y is equals to minus 1. Okay, so here you can choose that x coefficient or y coefficient. I am going to choose that x coefficient here. What is that? X coefficient is 3, here x coefficient is 1. X coefficient is 3, x coefficient is 1. Now here the first equation should be multiple with the coefficient of that second equation. Okay, the first equation should be multiple with the x coefficient of that second equation. So what is that x coefficient? 1. So we have to multiple with 1. Now the second equation should be multiple with the x coefficient of that first equation. So here what is that x coefficient? 3, no? So we have to multiple with 3. Now we will get that new equation. See here, that is 1 into 3x is equals to 3x minus 1 into 5y is equals to minus 5y is equals to 1 into minus 1 is equals to minus 1. There is no change in that first equation. Okay, let us observe that in that second equation any changes there are not. So we have to multiply with the 3, no? So which is equals to here 3 into 1x is equals to 3x, right? 3 into 1 is equals to 3 into x minus 3 into y is equals to 3y, which is equals to 3 into minus 1 is equals to minus 3. Okay, did you observe that any change in that second equation? Yes, we got here change, right? So here just take that elimination they are saying, no, so we have to change the symbols, which means we have to take the difference of those two equations. Here this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. So here we have to do that equation number 2 minus 1 or 1 minus 2. Okay, anyway we can take that either equation number 2 minus 1 or either equation number 1 minus 2. So I am going to take that equation number 1 minus 2. Okay, so let us see that. So here positive symbol is there, so that one become as minus into plus is equals to minus. Just I am multiplying that the second equation with a negative sign. Okay, so minus into minus is equals to plus, minus into minus is equals to plus. Okay, just I am multiplying that the second equation before minus symbol is there, no? That's why second equation I am multiplying with a negative sign. So positive becomes negative, negative becomes a positive. Now just observe that equating the coefficients they are saying. Now these two are having that equal coefficients or not? Now here x coefficient is 3, x coefficient is 3. Before that, which options they given, which equations they given, at that place we can observe that here x coefficient is 3, here x coefficient is 1, different coefficients. After multiplication we got here same coefficients. Understand? So this is the meaning of that given method. So here 3x minus 3x plus 3x minus 3x gets cancelled. Next, minus 5y plus 3y, minus 5y plus 3y. Minus 5y plus 3y. So here which is equals to minus 2y. Which is equals to minus 2y. Okay. So is equals to plus 3 minus 1, that is plus 2. Plus 3 minus 1, that is plus 2. So from this one here minus 2y is equals to 2. So y is equals to 2 by minus 2, so 2 and 2 gets cancelled, so y is equals to minus 1 is that result. What is the value of y? Y is equals to minus 1. So we got that y is equals to minus 1. In that previous method also we got that y is equals to minus 1 only, no? Yes or no? Okay, let us see that x value here. Now substitute y value we got it, no? So substitute y is equals to minus 1 in equation number. Already I told you that here after last substitution we can choose that any one of the equation. So I am going to choose that first equation here. In that previous method I taken second equation, so here I am going to take that okay, first equation or second equation, that is your wish. So first equation, that is 3 into x minus 5 into y is equals to minus 1, okay, which is equals to minus 1. So substitution completed. Substitution means just replace that variable with that value. So y is equals to minus 1. So 3x minus into minus is equals to plus, 5 into 1 is equals to 5, which is equals to minus 1. Okay, so here 3x is equals to minus 1 plus 5 become as a minus 5. So from this one 3x is equals to minus 6. We got that 3x is equals to minus 6. So we can cancel that terms na constant terms, 3 ones 3 twos. So we can say that x is equals to minus 2. We can say that x is equals to minus 2. Okay, so let us say that x is equals to minus 2 and y is equals to minus 1. So the same values we got it in the previous method or not? In that method of substitution we got that same values, no? X is equals to minus 2, y is equals to minus 1. So if you change that method or if you use that any one of the method, always you will get that same values. Okay, so this is the method of elimination by equating the coefficient. So once again I am saying, first we have to write that given equations in this order. Okay, next we have to equate that any one of the variables coefficient, either that is x coefficient or y coefficient. If you want to change that y coefficient, then you have to choose that 5 and 3 here. Okay, this equation you have to multiply with minus 5 and this equation you have to multiply with minus 3. Okay, y coefficients. After that you will get that same equal coefficients. At that places here you will get that x value. At that places you have to substitute that x value in any one of the equation, you will get that y value. So in this method we have to use like this. So we will get that answers as x is equals to minus 2 and y is equals to minus 1. Okay, so after this method we will discuss about that cross multiplication. Okay, that is also very important. In that method also I am going to choose the same example. Let us see that we will check, we can see that same answer we will get or not. Okay, what is this? The next method is cross multiplication. So here the system of equations which are in the form of what I told you, that here we need that two equations required, no? So what is the first equation? a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0. Next, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. These are the two equations, no? So here we have that one of the formula, we have to use that formula for that cross multiplication. Okay, so here what is that formula, ma'am? If the given equations is in the form of a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. So here what are the formulas? So here this is x, y and here 1. Why here I written as 1 means that is the constant term, so we have to write with 1 only. Okay, now here first we need to write that the y coefficients. Okay, listen carefully. Here first we need to write that y coefficients. Why? Because x is there, no? So we have to remove that x here. Here x is there, so just remove that x. So b1, b2. So next constant term is c1, c2. c1, c2. So b, c completed. So y term is there means b2. So b term we have to remove here. So that is a1, a2. Okay, next constant is there, so constant and c terms we need to remove, so that's why again we need to write it as b1, b2. Just observe carefully how to write this one. So b1, b2, c1, c2, a1, a2, again next b1, b2. Okay, why madam, how we can remember this one, how to write means just simply one thing. Here this is x coefficient, in that middle only you have to write that x. Okay, so here x is there, x coefficients not there. Okay, at the place of x we need to remove that x coefficients. Next come to that y. Here we can observe that y coefficients not there, so remove that y coefficients. We have to write that x coefficients and we have to write that constant. Okay, next here this is the constant term. Now 1 means constant term, so just we have to terminate that constant term here. So this is that x variable, sorry, x coefficient, and this is y coefficients, so constant term not there. Is it clear? Now here cross multiplication you have to take, cross multiplication. So here we are going to write for that x term, no? So we have to write that x by. Okay, we are going to write for that x, that's why we have to write this one as x by cross multiplication b1 c2, b1 c2. Next in this order we have to take, first we have to take in this way, next we have to take in this order. Okay, just observe that both that arrows in that same way, I mean same side we can observe that arrows. Okay, next here b2 c1. Okay, b1 c2 minus b2 c1, b1 c2 minus b2 c1, this is the formula for that x coefficient. Okay, which is equals to, now write for that y, that is c1 a2, again same c1 a2 minus c2 a1. Okay, for that easy indication I am saying, which is equals to constant term we are writing, so 1 by a1 b2, a1 b2 minus, in this way, right? So here a2 b1 minus a2 b1. So this is the formula. By using this condition, what are the formulas for x and y? Okay, how to find that values of x and y. So from this one, x value we need to write. So equate that x value and constant value, x coefficients and y coefficients, so then you will get the values of x here. So x is equals to, so here x by, what is this one, b1 c2 minus b2 c1, which is equals to constant term 1 by, what is that constant term here, that is a1 b2, a1 b2 minus a2 b1, a2 b1. Now here do that cross multiplication again, we need to find the value of x, no? So x by 1 is equals to, x by 1 is equals to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 whole by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Okay, so here x is equals to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 whole by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This is the formula to find for that x. Okay, what is the value of x? If you substitute the direct values here, then you will get that answer directly here by using that x value. Okay, I will show you one example. Later we will see that y coefficient. Okay, so Previous which equations we taken? That is 3x minus 5y is equal to minus 1. Okay. Next, another one is x minus y is equals to minus 1. X minus y is equals to minus 1. So substitute that values here. X is equals to, first these values, first the given equations we need to convert in the form of a1x plus b1y plus c1 form. Okay, so this is not in that formula, is equals to 0 should be there, but here this is not in that form, no. Okay, so that's why first convert this. 3x minus 5y minus 1 become as plus 1 is equals to 0. Now this is in the form of a1x plus b1y plus c is equals to 0. Satisfying. Second equation, x minus y minus 1 become as a plus 1 is equals to 0. Now what is that x value here? So we need to find that x coefficient, no? So x is equals to, first we need to write that values of b1, c2, or else directly write. Here this is a1, this is b1, c1. Here 1 is there, so a2, here 1 is there, that is b2, and here this is c2. Is it clear to you? Okay, now substitute that values. b1, so b1 along with that sign we have to write, so that is b1 is equals to minus 5 and c2 is equals to 1, so that is c2 is equals to 1 minus b2, so b2 is equals to again minus 1, b2 c1, so c1 is equals to plus 1 whole by a1 b2, a1 is equals to 3 and here a1 b2 is equals to minus 1. Clear? Next, minus a2 is equals to 1 and here b1 is equals to, what is that? b1 is equals to minus 5. So we substituted all the values now here. So x is equals to minus 5 into y is equals to minus 5. So 1 into 1 is equals to 1, minus into minus is equals to plus 1 whole by 3 into minus 1 is a minus 3, minus into minus is equals to plus 5. Okay, so minus 5 plus 1 is equals to minus 4 whole by minus 3 plus 5 is equals to plus 2. Okay, so 2 1s 2 2s, so x is equals to minus 2. So what value we got in that previous two methods? So the same value we got here. Yes or no? X is equals to minus 2. Satisfying or not? So if you know this formula, then easily you can substitute the values of a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2. Those values, if you know that this formula, then directly you can find the value of x and y. Okay. So now I will tell you that y formula. Madam, here if I forgot that x value and y value, what are the formulas I forgot? Then how to find that values by using cross multiplication. That method also I will tell you that one later. Okay. So now see that y value, how to write that. So here we have that y by c1a2 minus c2a1, which is equals to the constant term 1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, right? So from this one, what is the value of y? Yes, y is equals to c1 a2 minus c2 a1 whole by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So if you substitute these values again here, then you will get that y value also. Okay, or else if you have a doubt, then check this one. 3x minus 5y plus 1 is equals to 0. First equation, which one we taken. So next one, x minus y plus 1 is equals to 0. This is the second equation. So here a1 is equals to 3. Next, a2 is equals to 1. Next, b1 is equals to minus 5. b2 is equals to minus 1. c1 is equals to 1. c2 is equals to 1. Clear? Now substitute that values here. Y is equals to c1, 1 into a2 is equals to 1 minus c2 is equals to 1, a1 is equals to 3 whole by a1 is equals to again 3, b2 is equals to minus 1, okay, minus a2 is equals to 1 and b1 is equals to minus 5. So which is equals to 1 into 1, 1 into 3, that is 3, which is minus 3 whole by 3 into minus 1 is equals to minus 3, minus into minus is equals to plus, 5 into 1 is equals to 5. Okay, so which is equals to 1 minus 3 is equals to minus 2 whole by minus 3 plus 5 is equals to plus 2. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled, which is equals to minus 1. So here y is equals to, what is that value? Y is equal to minus 1. Is it clear to you? So the same values we got in previous methods also. No, x is equals to minus 2 and y is equals to minus 1. Okay, so the same values we got here in this method also. Okay, for example, if you forgot that formulas, okay, if you forgot these formulas and if you forgot that one, then how you will write? Okay, that one we will discuss in that next video. Okay.